It's nice to speak with you today, Rosanne, and I'm looking forward to hearing your views today on the topic of managing versus parenting of your staff. Before we start, can you provide a brief background of yourself?
Yes, I am a industrial psychologist by profession and president of Human Technologies Global. And what we do is human performance management. We do customer service skills training, consulting with a specialty in the contact center industry, but we're also in other industries as well. We do a lot of executive coaching. I'm a customer service expert. I have a bias on the people side. I'm known as the quote-unquote champion for the human in a very high-tech world. And I have written now 10 books on the subject of customer service with, as I said before, the bias on the human. And been doing it for about 20 years already now. Yeah.
And my first question is, what is the difference between managing and parenting your staff?
Okay, so my definition, my working definition is managing means to handle or direct with a degree of skill, to exercise to executive, administrative, and supervisory direction of, to direct the professional career of a person, as compared to parenting. Parenting, the raising of a child by its parents, raising, rearing, motherhood. And by these two definitions, I believe the distinctions are apparent, no pun intended. And it's important to keep those distinctions in mind as we keep going here.
Okay, and then which do managers tend to do and why?
Our experience shows that people are parenting rather than managing their staff more times than I'd like to report. And the why is, here are some reasons. It might be because they've moved up through the ranks and are now the boss or the manager of someone they settle alongside of, maybe a former peer, and they're uncomfortable in that position. It may be because they feel awkward or uneasy pulling rank. It may be because they had no management training, but were promoted into the job where assumptions were made that they could do it, that it would be no problem. And it may be that their modus operandi is parental from the get-go and any combination of all of the above.
That's interesting. Well, to see if they fit in, what are some questions to ask them they can ask themselves?
Okay, so if you want to know if you are managing or parenting, you want to ask yourself these questions. How does my communication affect the way the person's responding to me? How does the person's communication influence my response? In other words, am I being a parent? Am I using words like should or shouldn't, always or never? Am I being a child? Am I using words like I want, I need, I wish, I won't, I can't? Or am I being an adult? Am I being respectful, open, assertive, and sensitive to the person? And additionally, you can create some baseline benchmarks by saying, in retrospect, what went well? What didn't go well? How can I improve next time? What can I learn from this? What's not perfect yet?
What are some tips that you can suggest for a good manager to do or to be?
Okay, so in a perfect world, here are 10 tips I'd like to see a manager do or be. 1, give me constructive feedback when or if there's an issue with my performance, or if I ask to be specific in what I do best so I can take ownership and continue, and where I need improvement. 3, set boundaries and guidelines for expectations. 4, create a relationship of trust with me so I can count on you when I need you. 5, generate a career path with and for me. 6, give me reassurance of confidentiality in all our communications. 7, treat me with dignity and respect. 8, motivate and inspire me. 9, model for me, lead by example. 10, please don't treat me like a child.
And my last question is, what's the best way to support these managers?
Well, we believe the best way, or at least one of the best ways, is coaching. To support the relationship by addressing topics like, what are the challenges? What are the opportunities? What are the goals that you're setting realistic and outrageous? What's the crystal clear vision? How to prioritize and delegate? What are the internal and external expectations? Boundary setting, articulate communication, influencing, empowering others. If you're asking yourself as a manager all these questions that I put, and then you hear what it is I think those tips are, you might think about having a coach. Because with a coach, you get really committed to your well-being and to attaining your goals both professionally and personally, and then turning that to your staff. Okay, so I think the last thing I want to say about people that are interested is that you want to finish strong as a manager, and you want to support your people to be strong. And if you don't have the tools and techniques to do that, how are you going to do that? So we always encourage people at all levels, whether it's management or upper management or up to CEOs, to get coaching to enable them to provide the best that they can do, because the better you take care of your employees, the better they take care of your customers. And I don't know if it's okay to say this or not, because I know you're going to take what you want, but if anyone is interested in coaching, we have a site at www.drrosanne, drrosanne.com/coaching.htm.
Thanks, Roseanne. So I'll include the link in the blog post.
Oh, that'd be great.